I think my big advice for schools is that when you get somebody who's really strong to lead PBL on your school campus, it's important to help support that person, but it's important that you continue to have that shared leadership across that team. Just because somebody is strong and has a vision for it doesn't mean others can learn and be just as strong, equally working towards that same goal. So that's to prevent, if that person leaves that school campus, it's able to enhance the sustainability on that school campus and helps share the load of the work. Remember to communicate to everybody. Communicate with your students what's going on, communicate why you might be doing certain interventions, give them feedback on if things are improving and let them know about it, but communicate with your families as well and communicate with your teachers, because often the teachers only know what's happening in their classroom and they're not aware of everything else happening across the school campus.
One of the things we've learned from research is that when people have a common problem to solve, they're more likely to work together. Even if they come from positions or areas where they previously disagreed or didn't get along, if they have a common problem to solve, not a common enemy, but a common problem, they're more likely to be more successful. A second thing to think about is that you clearly define the roles that people will have in a high school setting. So you have so many people, you're going to be distributing roles to many people. And in Australia, there are some schools that have a lot of turnover right now, particularly in remote areas. That can be a challenge. So having what we call model position statements. So whoever you're distributing responsibilities for, teaching or acknowledging expectations, you clearly define what their roles are and what their responsibilities are, including how much time it will take for them to implement it. If you have that kind of documentation and have that kind of process, everyone knows what their roles and responsibilities would be, and they can all stay on the same page. The third thing is to remember that communication can be problematic when you have a large group of people. And there's a system that was developed by Bowman and Deal that's very helpful. It's called Cairo. And so what it says, for any decision that you have to make, you want to think about 5 things. C in Cairo is who needs to be consulted. So if I need data, I need to do a new teaching intervention, who do I need to talk to about that? A is for who needs to approve it. R would be who's responsible. I would be who just needs to be informed. And O is who can be left out of the loop. So any decision that you need to make, if you ask yourself those questions, you're less likely to step on toes of department chairs, department heads, deans, anyone, because you've thought in advance of the people who might be frustrated with the action you're going to take, even though it's well-meaning.